My friends, you can come back from anything. I'm going to prove it to you. I just spent a year and 9 months, mostly this last year, putting all of my energy, attention, effort, positive, everything that I had, money, everything into somebody. It didn't mean nothing. Turns out they're a sociopath. I didn't even know what a sociopath was, to be honest with you. I sunk everything. I sunk friendships. I destroyed my momentum. I stifled myself. I stopped working on my projects. You're about to witness the greatest comeback of my life. Maybe one of the greatest comebacks of all time, depending on how well I do it. I'm going to show you that no matter how far you fall, you can always come back. My apologies to y'all and anybody that I let down, especially myself and my family. It is time to rise, be good to each other, suffer no fools.
told them, this is where we fight! Persians! Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
Hail the chat! What is going on, guys? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here with me this week. Going to talk a little bit about the book, going to talk a little bit about some positive thoughts, and we're going to cover a couple topics because that's just what I do. Hail to Angelus Draven. Hail the chat. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Appreciate you. Keely Chow out there always supporting everybody. Hail, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. CJH, thank you for being at the member stream. I had a lot of fun. We're going to do more personal topics and, more introspection on that channel. On those streams. Thank you so much for being here. Small Time Republic, hail, brother. Thank you for being here. Guys, please, if you are a mod, please put links to your channels in the chat. That's what we do here. We support independent creators. I want to make sure to spread the word on your channel. If you see somebody in the chat who does not have a wrench and has a channel, please throw it out there too. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. King of the Squibs goes, all hail the Squib Nation. All hail, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for following through. Parrot Head. The trees are shaking with fear. Yes, sir. Yes, they are. That the trunk is strong, sir. The trunk is strong. Thank you, brother. Tina Bojan, cheerleader of the Clean Your Peen movement. Good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for coming through the member stream. Very much appreciate you. And man, Orle motherfuckers, what's up? Papa Cotton, the realest of the real out there, just speaking his mind. Thank you for being here, brother. Much appreciate you and everything that you have ever done for me. Thank you so much. Howdy, man. Hey, how are you doing? Good to see you, Kid44. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, I don't give a shit about copyright. You figured it out by now. How many intros have I used songs on? I don't give a shit about that. Let them have the money. At this point where I'm at, it helps my algorithm. Guys, thank you so very much. You see this thing, this project back here, Fandom Menace Volume 1? Dude, that was a headache to get out. It was difficult to do. It's a good book. I really enjoy that book, but it's got a lot of emotion in it. There's a whole lot of emotion in that, a lot of anger. That early Fandom Menace, F the industry, you're stepping on us, we're going to call you every name in the book type of aggression in it, as well as describing the events that had actually happened. So it has been an up and down roller coaster for me working on Volume 2. I was not working on it for a while because I wasn't working on anything else for a while because I was putting my energy somewhere which shouldn't go. And now I am back to full steam ahead. Working on this book, that's my first priority as far as anything else that's really going on in my life aside from work and family. That book is my priority. I'm working on it now. I want to present to you the best representation I can of our overall indie sphere. That does not mean people in the Fandom Menace. The early Fandom Menacers, they're going to get the shine. Those are the voices that inspired me. The reason why I created my channel and I'm Fandom Menace is because of them. So they're going to get the shine. But I want to make sure that people who have been, I don't want to say on the periphery because we've all been involved in this. Everyone that has had a voice or had a contribution to the conversation has been fighting in support of other content creators, increasing channels, helping people out. Those who have had differences of opinion, a complete different perspective on what was going on between the politics and their entertainments and the fandom's reaction to it. And I want to make sure they have a voice. There are people that have been very involved in everything that we have done in the past several years. Ryan Cannell, Lethal Lightning, not Fandom Menace, never been Fandom Menace, but they have a lot to contribute. Like just the Raging Rhinos, Open Airlock Policy, Lyndon, Mara Jade, she's out there streaming right now talking about Lord of the Rings. God bless her. I couldn't even finish that series. There are a lot of people that have attributed, that have added to this culture that we have created, and that needs to be the focus. So I have thrown this thing out, a lot of it that I've written twice now, and I'm taking some of it back and I'm reworking it and editing it and I'm adding to it because it didn't have the right tone. The tone of this book needs to talk about the unification that was created, the unification as people standing up for how they think and how they see the world. what these myths mean to them, their level of dedication to it, how personal it is to them. It's about starting a grassroots movement that was a backlash to people trying to take control of our minds, our modern myths, trying to change the minds of our children, trying to influence them, with sick, dangerous issues, things that should be left in a mental health clinic and not being, put in movies and promoted by directors and actors and producers. It's very harmful things. It's not about being a conservative. For those of you that have said that about me, I'm not conservative. I am a Northeast liberal, 90s liberal. I do not identify with this party and what they've done and some of the things that they're promoting right now. I just can't. I can't co-sign to that. It's very dangerous. It's unethical to do things like promote children growing bodies, to change themselves, to change their genders, to go through transitions and things like that. Are there a percentage of the population that goes through that experience, like naturally, is just that's how God built them, that's how they were built? Yes, absolutely. And that is for them. It's dangerous to think about the damage that is being done to the next generation, to that has been done. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of you are parents. You see the kind of materials, the things that are said in schools. Like, I moved to Florida so I could put my kid in a Florida school, because I'm finding less and less of that than I was in the Northeast. The Northeast, my kid had to walk out of a class because they were trying to teach 62 genders to him in health. And he was like, nah. And I went in and spoke to the principal. I said, it's like teaching Lord of the Rings in history. Like, what are you doing? And he tried to be diplomatic about it, but no, there's no conversation. There can be a conversation, but there should be no kneeling when it comes to these topics like that. Like, there's things that are just left at the home. There are factual, scholarly things that a kid should learn, or the growing adult should learn. It should not be influenced by the ideas of pervert adults who have fantasies about white fans and children. And this is the type of this is where my inspiration comes from, protecting our children. When my kid was growing up and he was being taught these things in school, didn't understand it. Seeing his messages coming out of Hollywood, didn't understand it. It doesn't make sense. The deinstitutionalization of America, the acceptance of mental health problems, the lack of education in our country, the falling educational standards in our country, trying to homogenize everyone as just stupid thralls, while continually dividing us by making subsets of different personality types or lifestyles that just don't need them. These are things that are hurting our culture. This is why I got mostly involved. That is the reason why I fought as long as I did, and I'm gonna continue to fight. This book has to be about the counterculture to that, and that involved, yes, there was a mainstay of conservatives, a lot of conservatives that got into this movement, yes, but there were also people who are libertarian, people who are consider themselves liberals, people who are not political, that saw the damage that was happening and got involved. It got a conversation started to the point now where at first, in the first year and a half, they were coming at us in articles, they're coming at Fandom Menace in articles. But now every time YouTubers come together, and it's not Fandom Menace, it is the indie sphere, whatever we have become, this thing that we've become. Every time a lot of us stand up and have something to say, well, the fucking fake ass news media, the access media, and all them, well, they're a lot of them, they start getting scared because we are threatening their narrative, a narrative they've stuck to for so long that has been proven to be false just by reason alone. And they have to continue that lie. They got to keep continuing that bullshit, protecting their bullshit. It has been a lot, whether you agreed with what the Fandom Menace was, or whether you called yourself that, or supported, or whatever the case may be. It got that loud conversation started for all of us, everybody. This is an important piece of our contemporary culture, our pop culture, the political culture, us, who we are. And it's not just in America. This is international. Many different people, various countries, all creating channels, all being in chats, all bringing their voices together to fight, to fight the silencing of opinions and being told like we're children. If you don't like it, you're a this. Being schooled by people dumber than us, with no morals or ethics. or just completely disingenuous and manipulating the situation just to make money. Fuck them. That's what this book is about. That's why it's important. And it needs to be done with dedication, needs to be done with love, it needs to represent what had happened in the way that it happened, with respect to everyone involved. And so that's why it's taken me a little bit of time. Because as I go through my own work inside, I have to write this without being impaired by ego. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to give to you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me go back and check the chat. Let's see. Parrothead Hail, people. Good to see you, my brother. Just what's happening? The intro is longer than Max's. Yeah. Well, I know. I understand that. I understand what's going on. Tina. Oh, Darren. What is up, Darren? Good to see you. Hail, brother. Hello, man. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you are you're doing well. And congratulations to you, brother, for a beautiful life, for being a survivor, being a thriver, for never giving up and continuing to push on. Because you, sir, inspire those around you, and you have inspired me. Hail, brother. Good to see you. Papa Cotton says the left has gone so left that long moderate liberals appear considered. Yeah, well, when extremists go to the extreme, everyone else is the opposite of them. Like that's how bullshitters and self-deceivers look. That's how they are. Let's see. Apex comments. Oh, I can't wait to get paid for ads on my channel. Hail to you, dude. Apex. Congratulations, man. Well, you're gonna hit it. You're gonna kick. You keep working. Keep doing what you're doing. Support them independent creators out there, dude, and you will definitely continue on. There's a link to Apex Comics channel, guys. Please subscribe to Apex. Support independent creators. He's got a book coming out, and we want to see everyone succeed. Everyone's success is our success. Hey, McKet, hail to you, brother. Good to see you. Sorry that you got to go. Hope you come back and watch the rest of the stream later. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. To Papa, damn right, out there being a great mod. Oh, look at my man. Oh, shit. Look at my man. We do not need hail the Fandom Menace. Hail Geeks and Gamers, hail Comics Game, hail War Campaign, hail Rogue Entertainment, hail United Underground, hail the Fellowship. You hail it, everybody. Damn right, dude. Thank you so much for supporting all of us. We appreciate you. What's up, BC? 9 days till Halloween. I know. I can't wait. Someone is a coming. I got a great full moon coming up in Taurus. Can't wait to take advantage of that, dude. Yeah, have fun. Have fun on your Halloween night, guys, no matter what you're doing. Thank you so much. Make sure to look out for them kids out there. All right. Let's see. Someone has been throwing around branding ideas for my channel, Entertainment Unleashed. I mean, that's a good idea. Entertainment Unleashed is pretty cool. That sounds good. What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Entertainment Unleashed is a good idea, too, if you think there's something better out there. What is up, the Sentinel? Hail, dude, good to see you. Hail, brother. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for everything you do. Just like Captain Fandom Nerd channel member. Thank you so much, my man. I did get your DM. I didn't get a chance to write back to you, but I will get back to you, brother. Talk to you soon. BC says, if you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Water in a bottle becomes the bottle. If you put it into a teapot, it becomes a teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Hail, my brother. Be water, my friends. Let's see. Anybody else popping through? Dude, I appreciate you guys. We're going to talk about a couple topics. But first, I want to talk about, I'm sorry if it's corny for some of you, but I do positive content on my Instagram and on my TikTok. And I've enjoyed doing it. I know that I've been putting shorts out on this channel during my hiatus. We'll call it a hiatus. I've tried to keep that going. And I think it's very important because I've seen a lot of us in this old community and the indie sphere around us, man. We become discouraged when we see other people succeed. You know, we sometimes tend to look at that as like, well, what's wrong with me? I can't get it done. You know, we sometimes look at other people and we see reflections of ourselves and what we haven't done. Now, sometimes that's healthy. Sometimes that's healthy, but you have to look at what that other person is doing. It's belief in yourself. Believe in yourself and what you're doing. Believe that. Try to be a good person and do it not for any type of accolade. Do it for yourself. Be good to each other. Suffer no fools. That means yourself too. You know, you're doing something foolish. Recognize that and change it. Think positively about yourself. I got some YouTuber friends that have just that have shot up, and it's beautiful. I'm proud of them. I have friends of mine that I used to stream with, you know, before I went on my hiatus, and they're doing great. Proud of them. I see other of my friends that are still struggling. They're still trying to find their way, find that. Don't give up. Never give up. Believe in yourself. The universe will bring it to you. If you change your way that you think and your outlook, and you just be, just for the sake of being, belief in yourself, you can achieve anything. You will bring prosperity to you guys. I promise you that. Changed my whole headspace in the last 2 months, and the universe just keeps throwing good things at me, and I love it, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm not expectant of it. It's just thank you. So believe in yourself. Do not kneel to anyone who is trying to change your outlook. Continue fighting in the culture war. Be good to each other. Get a beer if you need a beer. Let's see. CJH says, when I come back to YouTube, I'm going to be bringing quality content with my new camera. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Good equipment means something. But even if you guys out there, if you want your voice heard, you want to start a channel, use your phone. Do what you did. That's how I started. I did my first video, did my first angry video in a bathroom talking about writing this book after Jeremy Griggs told me early on in Geeks and Gamers. I don't even know if he was monetized yet. If you believe in yourself, get it done. Get a phone, make your voice heard, make a video. And when you can, get good equipment and keep rocking with it. The Sentinel says, shout out to the 1990s Democrats out there. Hail, brother. It's not easy to be considered Yahtzees by 2022 standards, but here we are. Yes, we are. We still have our values. I don't know if Sentinel, come from the same cloth, but what I found, like, remember where the 90s liberals, conservatives are the enemies, the bad guys, the censors. They're, those. And I have found more conservative friends that I agree with on things than I ever thought. That's what one of the things this entire indie sphere did for me was expose me to people with different ways of thinking and finding out that even though we think differently, or the way we come to the same conclusion as to what's right, what's good. And I really do enjoy that. Yeah, brother, we do not kneel, not in the least. Everyone who's ready for a gigantic red tsunami in 2023 or 2024? No, not me. When we stay away from mass life ending. Is that a thing, BC? Let me know. Papa Cotton says, I don't watch shorts. They're made to condition us for the short attention span. You're right, but I'm using that shit. I have decided to go with the grain on a few things, and that's going to be one of them. So, sorry, Papa. So, what do we want to talk about? Let's talk about the Onlyfans model that killed guilty of murder for stabbing her boyfriend. That's the funny topic that I found. Just started doing this again, kind of getting back into my role. I appreciate those of you for being patient with me. Let's see. Okay. So let's talk about OnlyFans for a second. OnlyFans model guilty of murder after stabbing boyfriend through the heart at home. And that's not even just, that's multi-leveled. That's multi-tiered right there. An OnlyFans model is facing a life sentence after being found guilty of murdering her partner by stabbing him through the heart. Self-confessed fake Barbie Abigail White, 24, going to jail for murder. Probably making mad money, earning up to 50,000 euros as a pioneer on an adult website. Had murderous intent when she plunged a knife into the heart of a victim, Bradley Lewis, 24. Man, those are people that enjoy rough sex. She carried out the attack after the couple, who had 3 children together, 3 kids left abandoned now, were seen on CCTV rowing in a pub. Oh my God. The trial heard White thrust the knife into his chest, but she claimed she picked up the blade to shock and scare him and did not realize what she had done until it was too late. That's what fantasies get you. You didn't know. You knew. You had some Black Widow fantasies. I know some chicks that have Black Widow fantasies. That's not cool. You can't think about that. And that is what is going to eventually happen. Not good. She had already admitted manslaughter, but denied intentionally killing him. That was an intention. That was a very sick intention. But the jury today rejected her defense of diminished responsibility and found her guilty of murder. Mr. Justice Pierre David Fraser said she will be sentenced later this afternoon. But at the end of the trial, the CPS publicly released chilling audio footage that had been played to the jury, where White is heard saying, "One of us is going to end up dead, and I fully believe I am capable of killing him." She was also heard saying she can only get the truth out of him when I effing stab him. She says He only tells me the truth when he thinks I'm going to be to effing kill him, like when I get a knife out, like when I'm effing stab him. That's not good. During the trial, she said she had never intended to stab him, but admitted to initially lying to police about the attack. The couple have been arguing about an earlier drunken fight with friends while visiting a local pub. She claims she was angry at Bradley for failing to stand up for her in the pub row, which had seen her punched to the floor. She said something wrecked and got knocked out. I mean, well, that just happens to Mally Ho. She told the jury we were arguing, and then he was pushing me a bit. I went to the kitchen and saw a knife on the side. I picked it up and walked back to Brad. Look, this is a toxic relationship. You and Brad should not have been together, children or no. You and Brad should have broken up a long time ago. Somebody had daddy issues, and somebody didn't do the inner work that they needed to avoid this situation. Both ends. Both of y'all. Maybe he had mommy issues. I don't know. This is crazy. I went over to shock him, to scare him with the knife. Before I knew it, I stabbed him. That's because you were going through narcissistic rage. You did not have any control. You were in toxic rage. It did not matter. That thing clicked, and you were right, and everything else was wrong. And what you were going to get, you were going to get. After the attack, which White claims to be unable to remember, Brad looked in shock after being spurting blood. She added, it was already over before I noticed. I helped him take his clothes off to stem the bleeding, and we did it together. We were doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. He's trying to save his ass. What? You are disassociated, my sister. I helped him move into the kitchen. Well, you had to put the knife back. Be nice to the establishment. I remember using his top on the wound, and we were in the kitchen. He just kind of sat down, and then his body laid down, and he was on his back. Yeah, that's because he stabbed in the fucking chest. You vile. You just finished the job. When questioned by police, while initially claiming that Brad was inflicted the injury upon himself, he did it to himself. He was so wounded. I'm the victim here. Admitted that the lie to jurors. She added, "I wish I had told the truth from the beginning." I was scared about what was going to happen to me, to Brad, and our children. Then you all should not have been together. You should have went to couples counseling. You should have done what needed to be done. If one of you was only working on it, you still should have separated. What did you just do to your kids? You had no care whatsoever about your own children, none whatsoever. Either of you had no care whatsoever about your children. The moment you recognized you were in a toxic ass relationship with that type of potential, probably been through tons of fights. Who knows what kind of head games being played back and forth? Who knows who was initially the damaged one and who got damaged over time? And then they started playing damaging games around their kids. That it led to this. You destroyed them lives. That's awful. That's terrible. Guys, just leave them. The jury was also told about the couple's toxic relationship, including periods where both partners were usually unfaithful to the fatal attack in their home in Kingswood, Gloucestershire, on March 25th this year. The trial also heard Bradley tell a pal, "I'm dead when I get home," just minutes before she stabbed him to death. Like, this was a thing. This was a predestined fantasy that was going on. This is awful, man. This is awful. He made the haunting premonition after White accused him of letting a man hit her during. That's nuts. The jury shown CCTV footage with White screaming in the face of Bradley in the pub here garden just minutes before the attack. Jurors also read text messages from White threatening to kill herself if Bradley left her and threatening to stab him if he sees another girl. One said, "I swear to God, I'll stab you." Well, bitch was serious. Bitch was serious. Another message from White to Bradley: "I'll stab myself," she later tells him. "I am a victim. Get in the car with Anna, and I'll get you stabbed." Wow. Another message from White to Bradley: "I'm going to stab you in the effing neck." These are all serious. These all manifested. If you say something over and over again, it will manifest. And, sometimes that happens with bullshit too. But that is some truth. That is terrible. The trial also heard how White would feature on an adult website, OnlyFans, either naked or semi-naked, on her own or with Bradley. Okay, I mean, if that was a healthy couples thing, then it would have been fine. The jury was told she made $50K the first year until more people became more and more aware of what she was doing, and her earnings dropped. The court told Bradley that she knew what she was doing and had no problem doing it. Okay, well, I mean, support your spouse if they want to do that. Damn, that's crazy. That is pretty nutty, y'all. Hail to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. When I'm reading, I can't see it, but I see a few more faces popped in. Let's see. Good to see Dega Outlaw. Hail the doctor. Good to see you guys. Please support Dega. Dega, do you have a yes? Please, Dega, will you put a link to your book in the chat, please? Guys, support our independent creators out there. Much love to you. Mr. Tickle Truck, member for 20 months. Dude, thank you so much. That man right there is a savior. I consider that man a friend. Mr. Tickle Truck is a good dude. Thank you so much for being so supportive and being as part of this community and helping me when you helped me when I needed it. You and many others are the reason that I am literally still here. Thank you so much. Orville Nation, what is up, my brother? Hail. Guys, support Orville Nation. Support Maria on Doomcock's channel, Orville PJ. That was incredible, dude. I loved seeing that. Maria is another godsend. Maria Tia Tilly, another godsend in this community. One of the brightest, shining, most honest, best souls that we got, y'all. Please subscribe to her channel. Please support anything she does. That woman is another friend of mine. Great person, lovely soul. Thank the gods we have Maria in this community. Let's see. John Plott, what is up, dude? Good to see you. Hail to Steve Walton mods and chats. Hail to you, sir. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Guys, please hit the like button and share out the link. What do y'all think of this craziness going on? Papa, don't say it in the chat. Just text. What do you think of this nuttiness? Guys, if you're in a toxic relationship, get out the toxic relationship. It is not helping anything, especially if there's children involved. All right? If you stay together because of the kids, like if you want, honestly, if both parties want to work on something, like you should. If you can keep that family together, keep that family together. The kids will appreciate it. But if it's just toxic, if somebody's not changing, both people like if you just just leave it. Don't damage them kids because both of y'all are too stubborn and toxic to leave one another. Just leave it. If you're a good person trying to have hope in a toxic person and there's kids involved, you got to leave it. There's nothing you can do. Be an example for yourself. Be a shining light for yourself. Be a leader to those around you by believing in being good and suffering no bullshit. And your example, with every interaction with those young people, whatever interactions you may have, it will help them. It will help to make them stronger. Yeah, Maria did excellent. She did excellent. I was only able to watch half that stream. It was good to be in Doomcock's chat. I love Hail Lord Doomcock, Hail Overlord DVD. I love those are my people. That's one of the first chats I was ever really involved in, and I just it's like going home. Seeing Maria there it was a blessing, dude. Loved it. Doomcock was great. Wait to see what's coming with Person the Veil. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's definitely gonna be my type of show. Definitely. So everybody got different opinion, and all the different opinions are welcomed here, sir. But I love Doomcock. So let's get rid of that. And all right, guys. So I got two entertainment topics. They're both rumors to talk about. Because honestly, I'm not on the up and up on a lot of the main topics that people are talking about right now. I'm just not. I could talk about House of the Dragon, but honestly, I haven't seen the last episode or two. I'm working a lot, so it's been. I'll be behind on it. So go watch people like Spork News Podcast after this. Hail my brother for the success that he has had, for the people he has surrounded himself with. My blessings to each and every one of them. Hail to you. Proud of your success. Glad to see you growing. And can't wait to bring this book out for you. And I hope, it is my hope, that it does justice to how you feel, to how you have seen things come up, and to everyone, to our friends, and to the impact that we have had, that the chat has had, that our fans have had, that all of us have had collectively to create improvement, not only in our own lives and not only success in our own lives, but in everyone's lives, and the right to speak your opinion and the right to stand up for what you believe in. They talk about us being just a group of freaking conservative Trump supporter, whatever, the 40-year-old white man living in the mother's basement. This is one of the most diverse communities internationally that I have ever seen or been a part of. So I'm proud of what we got. John says, it sounds like she's a jealous, controlling, paranoid, crazy woman, and now she will get to meet more of her Onlyfans with her channel behind bars. Who knows? I mean, there might be a kink for some people if she could stream from there. But you know what? Don't discount him. He could have been the problem. He could have turned her. She's just the one that did the final act. It takes two to tango, and if he was still involved with that, even if his excuse was, I need to keep this together for the children. I mean, they were cheating on each other, lying to each other, scheming each other, got this death wish kind of thing going on. It's going to happen. It's eventually going to happen. It's bad for the kids, man. Protect those children, guys. Do the best that you can, even if you got to walk away for a minute. If you're a parent, you got to leave your kid with somebody else just so you can get your head right and do something. Do that. Whatever you've got to do. What matters the most is the kids. So, let's talk about Ezra Miller or Black Panther. What do you guys want to do? Ezra Miller, Black Panther. That's it. Those are the two I got. One is about him reportedly not being on the Flash too. I think we can all fucking do that. And another is about the scaling back of marketing to black males because T'Challa is not going to be in it because they believe so much in the black community and in what they say. If this rumor be true, that because there is not a black male lead, they think that they're not going to make as much money. They don't have belief in their content. They don't have belief in a strong woman lead. Like all of those things that those types of people proclaim to believe in. Goes out the window. What's up, Phil TMNT, my brother? Let's see, guy, put a link to Phil's channel. Phil, put a link to your channel out in the chat for me, please, brother. I appreciate you. Any of you YouTubers out there, please feel free to put links to your channels in the chat. And if you see anybody else out there that doesn't have a wrench and they'd like their channel shared, please do that. That's what we do around here. We support independent creators. We rise together. This is the energy that my channel was built on, and I'm going to continue that. So hail to Phil, checking you out. And man, love your positivity, dude. Thank you so much for doing everything that you do. I'm watching your TikTok, I'm watching your Instagram. Thank you, brother. Thank you. People like you, people like Tim Talk is incredible. That's a dude who's going places. That's a dude who believes in himself, overcome whatever he had to overcome in his life. He believes in himself. He's getting shit done. That man is going to be somebody big. He already is, in my opinion. I'd love to not talk about Black Panther 2. I got two topics, man. These are the only two I got. So we'll do Ezra first because Papa Cotton's talking about Ezra facing some serious time. So let's do that. Let me make sure the page is loaded first. They're both from Bounding Into Comics. Hail to Bounding Into Comics. Please subscribe to their channels. Throw a link out to the Bounding Into Comics channel in the chat. They have always been my go-to when I need a topic. So I'm using your content. I want to promote you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Rumor: Ezra Miller reportedly being replaced as the Flash. No matter what. Let's see. Facing up to 26 years behind Papa. You weren't kidding. I've been away for a minute. Facing up to 26 years behind bars doesn't help his chances, but no matter which way the jury or judge rules, troubled actor Ezra Miller is likely done all together as Barry Allen after The Flash reaches theaters. You've seen him like tossing them chicks around, right? You've seen Dress Wearing Boy. All right. Look, okay, live your life how you want to live your life. I'm a 90s liberal. You want to live your life how you live your life. It's whatever, all right? Just not in my backyard. And I'm cool. But you can't be out there. You can't be out there with Manscaped on and mascara and wearing manties and skirts and shit, dude. And then choking females out. Like, what are you? What work has not happened in your life? What have you been through in your life? What were you exposed to? How were you damaged? What makes you think that is perfectly fine? You're right. Outside of an extreme situation, because sometimes there's some bitches get. Sometimes you gotta knock a bitch out. To save someone's ass or yourself, sometimes you gotta knock somebody out. But what problems did this man have in his life that did not get fixed? That he is so selfish to think it don't matter. I put my hands on a chick. I'm gonna put my hands on somebody. Like, you're a man. Wear your dress, but at least act like you got balls, man. This I don't even know what that meant. This is what Twitter user Scooper My Time to Shine, hello, among others, have been saying consistently. based on inside information. And he says Ezra is getting replaced post-Flash no matter what. It's just the way it is. I mean, you would expect that. Somebody's got to have some cojones in there. Like, somebody's got to be a protective dad working in the freaking exec office going, yo, F this woman beater. You know, it's got to go. What is wrong with this dude? A month ago, making a tweet, a declaration along similar lines was sent by the Scooper, which read, not sure if good news or bad news, but it's up to you. But I heard Ezra Miller's done with the Flash. No matter what happens, not coming back. These aren't claims coming out of nowhere. They're being made in the vacuum. These are presaged by frequent rumors of industry reports that Miller is too much a headache for Warner to handle. Like, that's common sense. The problem when talking about Hollywood, Joe, is they don't run by rules of common sense, and depending on who they are. Depending here and there. Common sense at least is fiscally, but no, these weirdos, these bullshitters protect one another, y'all. Bullshitters. All right, you see what? If you know for damn sure that a person is a full of shit bullshitter. They're full of shit. Their world is a fantasy and is projected to everybody else. That is a false representation of themselves and what the fuck is going on, and has no basis in fact or logic. A bullshitter. If you know that person is a bullshitter, that person is surrounded by one of two things: complete fools or bullshitters. Right? So Hollywood is just fools and bullshitters. Like, that's a lot of them, with the exception of people like Script Doctor. Hail Script Doctor. You know, there's just by the law of averages, there's got to be some good ones out there, right? But you're surrounded by bullshitters and liars. They all got to protect one another's narrative. They all got to look out for each other. You know, like, how long is Disney Star Wars is just burning in the dirt. It's like it is a molten wreck, right? It's a molten wreck. And that's not to say that there's not some castings or decisions they've made that I think are okay. You know, Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka. Yeah. There's things that I wish I could appreciate, but I can't, because those bullshitters, those people who projected their nasty, divisive, terrible, far left, communist, socialist bullshit worldview, screaming at us like their parents, like immature parents trying to rear young into mindless thralls. These bullshitters protected each other's narrative until the point where it is just garbage. Everything is garbage. There's no way. The fake people cannot create content. They steal other people's shit. They'll use other people's ideas. They'll use other people's quotes. They'll use other people's intros. They'll do whatever they got to do. You know, they're not creative. This is what we have dealt with from Disney Star Wars. This is what we dealt with. This is what we're dealing with all across the entertainment industry. And now it's gotten to the point where just like some of this you can't cover up. Like, you can't cover Ezra up. We're so proud of him. This dress wearing woman beater. I think it's going from like that to it's what do you say? It's completely toxic. Your toxicity has gotten over the point. All right, good toxic. Let me tell you something. Good trolls. All right, I mean, highly skilled toxic people anywhere. All right, the way that they get through is they don't get to the point where you can't help but see how toxic they are. They keep a good face on. Right? Those are the best ones, and they out there. Trust and believe. But there's a point where it's just you get to be so toxic that you can't hide. That's where Ezra Miller's at. This is common sense. Listen, if he had actually been in the movie or not in the movie, this is going to be newsworthy. It might have been more interesting to see him in it, but of course he's not going to be. And frankly, they need to scrap that film. They really need to rework that film. They had some good ideas, I thought, with that movie, with that script, from what I've heard of it. But it needs to be redone. You know, I know there's a Snyderverse people out there that are really hyped about the Snyderverse. Look, if the Snyderverse continues on, I'm okay with it, even with my grudges and grievances with it. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm a Suicide Squad fan. But Ezra's got to go. It wasn't a good Flash anyway. Give me Barry fucking Allen. All right, give me that ego. Give me that. Yeah, I can overcome anything. I don't give a shit how big it is. Give me that. Give me that guy. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see this douche. You know what I mean? And it's not even because he lives a different lifestyle. It's not because he identifies as non-binary. It's not because he wears dresses and mascara and all that stuff. It's not that. Like, you can do. You can do all that and still be a decent, ethical, good person. I don't care what anybody says. I know I just made some conservative cringe out there, but listening, you can. You absolutely can. I got a transgender person in my family. It was family. Not a bad person. Not a bad person. Struggles with what they struggle with. Gives me a certain insight on this topic, and I understand it a little bit. But it has nothing to do with that. It's got to do with being a bullshitter. It's got to do with get your hands off that woman. What is wrong with you, you piece of shit? What is wrong with you? Like, I understand if she's coming at you with a knife, gonna hurt your kids. If she's gonna, there's no other choice but to tackle this bitch and get her down. However you need to get her down, do that. All right. And I'm not saying that like you can't ignore combatants. You know, if someone is combating you, if you have no defend yourself, if you have no choice, right? But when it just comes to being just the dress wearing, mascara having, you know, pull your panties up, yo. Oh, come on now. Don't act like that. Stop being a fool. You're privileged. You're in a privileged, very privileged position to be where you are. I don't know how you got there, and I've heard some horror stories as to how actors, especially in their youth, get to where they're at. I don't know none of that. No, none of those horror stories. And maybe you got shit you got to overcome. But Ezra, you got to pull it together, dude. Pull it together. If you want to represent non-binary people or dudes who wear dresses or whatever the hell it is, like do it with some class. Do it with some respect. It can be done. I don't got no hope for this dude. I hope this is what I thought it was going to be. I was kind of waiting to see what it would become, but no, he's too much for me. He's too much for the bullshitters. He's too much for Hollywood, and he's got to go. What do y'all think about this topic? What do you think about Ezra Miller? What do you think? Am I right, wrong, indifferent? What are your opinions? So let's see. Who knew toxic masculinity was when a man puts on a dress and throws bitches around? Listen, my man, toxicity can appear in anyone, all right? Traumas, undealt with trauma that you go through in your life can manifest itself in any one of 1,000 fucked ways. And that just happens to be one of them for him. Anyone notice how hulking out straightens your hair? Apparently, does it straighten your hair? Let's see. Hard reboot for the DCEU. It does. It needs it. But like, I actually kind of liked where they were going with Darkseid. I want to see Darkseid. They just went through this whole thing too fast. They went just the death of Superman way too fast. Are you kidding me? That quick? Could have been done with a lot more tact. I mean, that was a big thing. I grew up when it was in the 90s and the death of Superman was coming out. You know, we're motherfuckers wearing armbands. It was a geek community thing, comic book community thing. It meant something. It should have meant something more on screen, in my opinion. What is up, Becky Brown? We're another one of my friends. Hail, sister. Good to see you. Love your Instagram, guys. Check out Becky's Instagram. She is out there smiling, being positive, and spreading love, man. Love Becky. Thank you so much for being here. Tina says, I can't see Elliot Page as an improvement over Ezra Miller in terms of acting talent. Okay, so Elliot Page. Elliot was a good actor. I thought she was decent when she was a she. I enjoy. I thought she was kind of cute. To be honest with you, I thought she was good. The choices that life choices that Elliot has made in his life. I'm trying to be PC. In his life, is that person's choices, and wherever they go from here is going to be a result of what they think of themselves, the choices that they've made, the work they've done themselves. And so, let's see what happens to Elliot. I mean, but I didn't like Ezra Miller. I would have liked Ezra Miller had acting wise if it had not been the Flash. There's a certain type of Barry Allen, like even the Barry Allen from the Arrowverse, from the WB, or whatever it is now. Even that was a little bit, but wasn't Barry Allen to me. I had to get used to that Barry Allen, right? Barry. I like that ego in that character. So if he could have been something else, maybe one of the Wonder Twins, be the Wonder, hey, and you're non-binary, so you could be either one of them, bro. They got to think outside the box now, Ezra. Phil Timonty, honestly, people can change for the better. they have to want it. Absolutely. I don't think Ezra is ready for that. So yeah, I agree, Stephen. Recasting him may be a good choice in this case. Yeah, it's definitely a good choice in this case. He's got some shit you need to get done. And it's not like you're out of money, dude. You've got the unlike a lot of us, you have the financial availability to go someplace where you can isolate in a peaceful atmosphere. People are helping to work you through what it is you need to get through in order to be a better person for yourself. And that's what I hope you do. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, Ezra has a mental illness, won't change till he spends time in a padded room. Right. Well, in a padded room, or, like I said, he has the money to do it, to do what he needs to do for himself. If Zipper comes to Papa comes to replace Miller, I'll watch that train wreck. Yeah, I would absolutely. I completely agree. I do. He says, you ever see the movie where Ezra played a school shooter? I wonder if that messed up Ezra. Really? No, I didn't. But, if you know where that's at, you can tell like a quick link or name it to me in my Twitter. I would appreciate that, dude. Thanks. Actually, I want to take a look at that. Phil to me and T said, yeah, Ezra seems to be a broken soul right now, but thankfully stuff. That's right. Broken stuff can be fixed. Hopefully Ezra is one of these cases that can be fixed. I hope so too. I hope that for anybody. I freaking do. I hope that for any person who has not dealt with whatever they got to deal with in order to improve as a person, to be a better person, whatever that means to them, it doesn't involve scheming, lying, stealing, just destroying, using things to promote yourself, any nasty behavior. If you can do that work and get through what you need to get through and be a better person, be a shining light for those around you, attract positivity, attract good people, be an example to those, to your friends, your family, your kids, whoever it is, that you can improve in life, that you can do it, you can excel, then yes, absolutely, I hope that. I do hope that for anybody. He says, lock that nut up and throw away the key. Until he's fixed, I ain't got no problem with that, Papa. No problem. Look at that. Trees for Walton. Well, thank you very much. The trunk is strong. The trunk is very strong. Thank you so much. Let's talk about Kevin in the movie title. Dude, I will forget this unless I watch it over again. Unless I watch the stream. If you just message it to me, thank you. I appreciate that. I thank you so much. So we need to talk about Kevin. Okay. So, yeah, Ezra's done. So let's talk about Black Panther, because this is another example to me. It's a rumor. It's another example to me of the false confidence that these industry idiots, these far leftists, these fakers and liars that are out there promoting false imagery and false virtues and living victimhoods. They all come together and they create these grand lies, and then they fall apart under the weight. They fall apart. Okay. Don't skip it. Don't skip. That poor man's crying. He's screaming right now. That is a man screaming in pain. Rumor scaling back. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Merch plans out of concern that the sequel's lack of T'Challa might alienate black male audiences. Look, I loved T'Challa. I really love Black Panther. It's a character I dig, man. I've enjoyed the involvement of that character the whole time. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed his involvement in other movies. Chadwick Boseman himself as a person was a little bit of a far left nut job. He was a far left nut job. He was out there promoting segregation, division, and hate like 2 weeks before he fell. But he passed away. And to people who looked up to him that hopefully didn't know about that side of who he was and just saw, that public, strong, positive role model figure, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for his fans, and I am going to miss him in that role. It's just sometimes I turn a little sideways to appreciate a person. So it's what it is. Though titular, it's one of my favorite words in the English language. Titular. Though titular African superheroes brand has gone gangbusters for Marvel's financial bank, and ever since its debut, a new rumor suggests that the studio is scaling back its merchandising plans for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever out of concern that the sequel's focus on the franchise's female characters could partially alienate the character's key consumer demographic of black men. Do you not understand men? Do you not understand men? Men want to see chicks. They want to see hot chicks. Sometimes we want to see hot chicks doing aggressive things and being heroines because we like that. Some of us like alpha chicks. Really? You think that low of the black community, men in general, but black men, if this is true, just because he's not going to be there, is that trying to create division? Are you trying to say something? Are you trying to say that black men and black women can't stand united, that there is a wall between them, that there is such a difference in likes or respect for one another, that the male audience will just go away without a male lead? Is that what you're saying? What kind of division is that creating? What kind of perspective does this person have on people? The merchandising of this? No, you're full steam ahead. Y'all have been talking about the force is female, women power, time's up, believe all women, all your shit for years. You've been saying this. Look, I agree. Women have their own strengths. We are equals, but we have our own strengths. We have our own weaknesses. We are different in some ways. That doesn't mean that we're that different that we can't. A healthy mind can't look at a character who's another gender, an alien, or whatever the case may be, and not get the same kind of either entertainment, messaging, empowerment. You're telling me that there's that much of a difference. If this rumor's true, it just shows me that these people not only don't have confidence in their own messaging, they know it's bullshit, and they're not going to act accordingly. If marketing department, you got to put everything you have into this. This is you're replacing Chadwick Boseman, or you have no Chadwick Boseman, you have no Black Panther. That character is really liked by a lot of people. This is when you honor that character, which I'm sure they're going to try to do. I hope they're going to try and do, and present someone's difficulty in replacing them on screen. Let the audience live through that with them. Support that. Make that the understanding, that the focus. Everybody feels strength in overcoming loss, but this type of tactic, that's trying to divide people. I don't like what they're saying. That's all about creating division, and you don't even know it. Following the ultimate passing of original Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman, a major topic of discussion among both fans and analysts was just how Disney and Marvel was going to tackle the future of Wakanda's resident hero without the franchise star. You replace the star. You replace them with someone who is going to do a decent job. You make a couple off the cuff, breaking the fourth wall jokes or something, to acknowledge the difference. That will help you with the audience. That'll just be like, okay, cool, give it a shot. Let them recognize that and then continue on. Someone else can play Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman did make that character. He really did. Just enjoyed him. He was a heroic, masculine, good-looking dude who played a great role. And but there are other people out there that could replace him. Yet, with the slow trickling out of the film's promotional material, it soon became evident that the sequel would center around T'Challa's female allies, Lucy Shuri and Dora, his former love interest, and Akia, and their newfound companion, Riri Williams. However, I'm not going to. Despite the Black Panther brand not having been one of Marvel's biggest, particularly among Black audiences, it appears that Wakanda Forever's lack of a male lead, to a certain extent, Boseman's performance specifically, has the studio taking a far more cautious approach to the film's merchandising. According to alleged insider sources whose insights were relayed directly to Bounding into Comics by Entertainment reporter and insider Valiant Renegade. Hail Valiant Renegade, guys! Throw a link out to his channel. Congratulations to him and all his success. Good for you, brother. Many licensed product manufacturers have cut back on their Black Panther products versus their more standard mapping of their categories with respect to what they would usually do with a property with an upcoming over $1 billion exposure push. Gee, just watch this video. That's a long ass sentence. My mouth is dry. Please go watch that video. This means either limiting Wakanda Forever's line depth, less sucks, or moving, or smaller production runs with Intel higher per cost units. This reduces inventory exposure, he added. Well, go watch that video. I'm not going to read all them quotes because I can't even read apparently at the moment. But no, check out Valiant Renegade, please, guys. Congratulations to him on all his success. Support independent creators. We rise together. What do we think? What does the chat think about this? What does the chat care? Let's check this out. Sorry, guys, scaling up. Thank you to everybody that just came through. Hail to you. Thank you very much. There be Rogues here. What's up, Vinny? What's up, Brutal? Let's see. Vinny Art, we'll start there. He says Wakanda is going on. Wakanda is going on here. What's up, Vinny? Good to see you, my man. There is a link to Vinny Art's channel in the description. Please support him. Share out links to his channel. That man is a heart and soul of independent creators. He's an example. He is the bar when it comes to he is the bar when it comes to it. Hold on, let me stop this screen and show y'all this beautiful wall behind me. This beautiful wall behind me. City of Venus, The Art of Vinny Taramella, another book of his. Chris Fisk, look at this beautiful stuff right here. Look at this poster I got. Look, Shadow of the Kracken, right there. Vinny Art, that man. Guys, please share out links to all of Vinny's material. Here's another awesome person in our community bonds, Nerium Nova, and the Red Gaze, SUNSWORN, Wings of Vengeance. All right, power couple right there. That's how you get it done. That's how you find your equal and opposite. You get shit done. Them two right there. Look at this hardback book, Through the Woods, Vinny put out. This is gorgeous. This man cares so much about the content he is creating, the imagination that he is using. He is presenting his very best to you. He will work over and over again on something until he feels it is worthy for you to see. Not only that, but he's going to get it out as on time as he possibly can, get it to you in packaging that is immaculate, that is up to his standards of perfection. Vinny Art is a standard. He's a bar in the independent community. And independent creators out there, do not stop striving, no matter what hurdles or obstacles come into your way. Do not stop, no matter who's trying to hold you down, what's trying to hold you down, who's trying to talk shit, who's trying to paint a certain picture of you. Do not stop. Keep believing in yourself. Keep working on your craft. Your craft will get better with time. And you will feel good about yourself, confident, when you get that product out. That man is the reason why my mind is always, whether it's been in the back or in the forefront, on the Fandom Menace Volume 2. I need to live up to Vinny's standard because I respect that man and what he does for us community. Guys, please subscribe to Vinny Art. Let's see. Hollywood has lost their way. Hollywood has gone out of their way to emasculate the black men. Yeah, they have. They feminize them. And they're doing it to all of us now. They know they're doing it to all of us. Becky says they don't understand women. I want to see some good-looking guys in movies, a strong man, and not a weak one. Yeah, he's right. I mean, you're obviously right, Becky. I think that would be something in our base nature where you'd want, like, I want to see a hot chick on screen. I watched Black Widow, the irrelevant movie that didn't need to happen. I watched that movie and I did get enjoyment out of it because Scarlett Johansson's hot. I like seeing hot heroines. I'm sure you women want to see strong masculine men, alpha men on screen. Men overcoming trials and tribulations, showing a little bit of emotional side. Whatever it is you chicks like about that. And I want to see just a hot chick doing hot things, man. Resident Evil. I watch every Resident Evil movie. Don't care, good or not. I'm enjoying that film. Thank you, Becky. Pop Cotton says Hollywood is going out of their way to emasculate black men. Let's see. And Brutal Morningwood says, "Hail Papa, yeah. Finally got done taking today's beating. Now break time after the dinner beatings, dude. Get out from under. Is that your fetish? Get out from under the table, my brother. Take the collar off." I love you, man. Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk says Black Panther 1 already appealed to everyone. Black Panther 2 would do the same if they didn't fuck with it. I understand what you're saying. And all that shit that was going on around Black Panther with the don't spoil my black joy or whatever, all of that shit, all that stuff all the things they try to paint that as, they try to use it as, they try to platform. I get it. I get it. I took a minute to look past that to say, fuck all the liars that are trying to protect each other's lies. And I looked at the film itself and I enjoyed the film itself for what it was. I mean, that just might have been my upbringing, my perspective, my talents, or my tastes and what I like, but that's just what it was. But I understand where you're coming from. Angel Draven said they should have got Denzel's son to replace him. Yeah, is he a good-looking cat? I'm not familiar with his son. He says skip Wakanda, let's go to Black Adam. The movie was fun. I'm gonna go see Black Adam this week, so I have something to talk about next week. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, Vinny. I saw Fatal J just praising it. Guys, please go check out Fatal J's channel. Throw a link to his channel in the chat for me, if you will. another independent creator in the community, comic book creator. Please support him, support his works, support everybody, bro, unless you ethically can't. This is Quarter Black Garrett has Quarter Black Adam. John Platt says, what about replacing Chaz Bose with an actor who was going to play Blade in the Vampire? Yeah, the guy who played Cottonmouth in I see now, man, Denzel, not Denzel, I'm sorry. But I can't think of his name. Goddamn, the original Blade is my Blade. Goddamn, I can't think. Why can't I think of his name? Please, somebody save my life. I should know. That's my Blade. I love those films. That's who he is to me. But the actor that they got is, I can't remember his name either. He might just be able to do it. But you got to do rated R. You can't do Blade anything less than rated R. You cannot. You just cannot. What is going on? That's 70s rock fan. Hail, buddy. Hi, buddy. Good to see you. Hi, my friend. Thanks to see you. Guys, throw a link out to that 70 Rocks fan channel out there. That is, dude, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm not even sure what you've been up to, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's been great, epic. I'm sure you have been flying high and doing what you need to do and succeeding in life because you were a strong brother and you are a focal point and an inspiration to those around you. It's good to see you, my man. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trump. Throwing out that link, guys. Please check out. Please check out Valiant Renegade. My God, I can't even say it right. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's about time Black Panther wore a dress. I think, you know what? They should just get Ezra Miller. Get Ezra Miller to play Black Panther, right? You know, just go full in. Let's see. Set the trail. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, CJ. Good look, my man. Look at this. Look at this. OGTFM, Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina. Please throw a link out to Stephanie's channel. This woman was one of the first people to talk to me on YouTube. Love following her content. She has spoken to me in private and been just someone who keeps me going. Someone who keeps me going through anything. Vastly different views on some things. Definitely one of the early examples to me of how you can have different views. Different ways of coming to the same conclusion that do not repel one another. Thank you, Stephanie, so much for being here. Can't wait to present what you have written. You have blessed the Fandom Menace Volume 2 with. I hope you are having every success. I've seen you, I've seen you here and there. I can't remember where. It's. I'm just coming back really and paying attention to everything, which is a job in itself. You know how this rolls, Steph. You know how YouTube, it's a job in itself. You got to pay, you got to do retweets and likes and comments. You got to be talking to make sure you're up and up with not only your friends, but your contacts. And you got to be watching different channels to get the different takes and where's the heartbeat of everything. It's a job within itself. And I'm slowly getting back into it. I'm doing what Sporking told me to do the last time I tried to do this. Take it slow. Do what you got to do. Take it easy and get it done. Steph, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Hail to you and a hail to everybody out there. Get to the gym, man. There you go. Thank you, Tarful Core. Hail, brother. Yes, get to the gym. That will help. Helps your self-esteem, your not only physical health, but your mental health. It keeps you up. Bongs up. Yeah, there you go. Bongs up, my brother. Bongs up. Let's see. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about this. Let's see. Fair. Black Panther. That's if this is true, they have no appreciation for the female audience. They don't understand their female audience. They don't understand the male audience. They're the whole pandering, just like Tickle Trunk was talking about. That's fake. It's all fake. They don't believe what they're talking about. If this be true, you're going to scale it back because you lost an actor. You don't believe in the production crew. You don't believe in the writers. You don't believe in the actresses that can hold this. Then everything you have tried to message with this is fake. You are a liar. The lie fell apart. And you just don't have enough confidence in your own bullshit. That's what that says to me. And honestly, to me, thank you, Wesley Snipes. Thank you. God, how did I forget that? And quite frankly, to me, this is trying to create divisive messaging too. This is also an underlying, if this rumor is true, they're trying to create a divisive message with these two sexes don't get along. They really don't respect one another. They really don't support one another. And there's probably a percentage of it being a financial move, but for God's sakes, you can, for God's sakes, as much as you puffed about this movie, the Black Panther, the original Black Panther. As much noise as you made, as much as you drummed people up, as much as you had every blue-haired weirdo out there, every dude that doesn't know his pronouns, every person that has just, yelling incoherent gobbledygook nonsense, hate, rage, toxic bullshit, and the rest of us about things we've loved our entire life and they just jumped onto because it's cool. No, you need to stick to your guns and not do this bullshit. This is counter to the message that you had before. If you believed in it so much, then you would promote this. And it wouldn't matter if there was a female lead. It wouldn't matter if you're replacing or pushing another lead. You get behind it. You stay with the messaging. It was so positive and it was so progressive and it was so good. Where the fuck you at? Fake. Liars and snakes. They don't care about it. They don't care about it. Disney Marvel is shit now. I'm not Disney. It's hard. Let's see. I watched Multiverse of Madness and I enjoyed it. I watched Spider-Man, last Spider-Man, and I enjoyed it. But it's turning into shit, Vinny. We know, we've seen it. Like it was only so long that Feige and that original 2000s crew, that eventually they were going to get weeded out, or they were just going to leave or get tired. And these idiots that these idiots that have just tanked Disney Lucasfilm down to the lowest common denominator. They need someplace to go. There's gender studies degrees coming out every freaking year. And it's going to go that way unless somebody saves it, unless they stop this woke bullshit. But you're talking about Disney. And that's a whole other topic unto itself. But I think you're right, my man. Passing on all their movies. If Deadpool 3 is rated R, I'll watch. Other than that, I'm done with them. I understand that, Vinny. Do not kneel, brother. Hold your ground. And yeah, my brother. I think Keely Chow says, what if Paramount Universal brought Marvel with Sony and still having the rights to Spider-Man and 20th Century Fox still having the rights to X-Men? I would keep running with it. I'd have a little more faith. They would really, but at this point, it needs to be action. Can't just be words. It's got to be action and a consistent history of good stuff. That's what I need from a production, from any production. I like House of the Dragon because even though I recognize the issues in it, and I'm still burned about what they did with Game of Thrones and how they let that go. It's been consistent. It's been consistent. I don't really see that. I don't really see messaging in it. I don't. And I'm enjoying the story and the actors. Lord of the Rings, I can't keep going with that. The Rings of Power is so bad. It's so bad. And I'm not saying that because I'm supposed to hate it or anything. It's bad. And it's an insult. And there are things about it that I'm like, I see what they were trying to do. With the Black Dwarf, the wife of the I can't even think their characters. I actually like her. I actually do like her, and I like that character, and I like its represent. I like what's been done with it, but got a problem. Where's your beard, bitch? And that's there's things about it that doesn't fit. I'm not going to get into. But it's bad. I can't keep my attention on it. She-Hulk. Tina Bojan says She-Hulk is good. Tina said that. She is my clean Yapeen head cheerleader. I am going to check out She-Hulk and see what I see. But I've been, paying attention to what YouTube I have been paying attention to. Etep Kuhn, the place to be reviews. Please check out his show, Going Rogue, every Wednesday. The Etep at this point in time is the home of Rogue. Please go check that out. I've listened to Vinny talk about it. I've listened to a lot of my friends, and they haven't liked it. But Tina says that it's worth seeing, so I'm going to check that out. Yeah, Disney used to make good movies. They used to, and now they don't no more. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that's here. Thank you to everybody that lurked. Thank you to everyone that made comments. Thank you to all my friends who've been supportive. Thank you to everybody in the chat for supporting each and every one of us every week and continuing that grind, whether you're sharing out links, supporting independent creators, or supporting different channels. It's more appreciated than you know. I was on Wes Moody. Wes, guys, can you please share a link out to Wes's channel, the webcast channel? I was just out of nowhere, just hopped in the chat on Wes. I hadn't seen Wes in a while. He's an old friend of mine. I love that dude. And he asked me on, and I came on to his 500 sub celebration. Second time he's had that 500 subs because he lost his first channel because that man does not kneel and speaks his damn mind. And there wasn't that many people in the chat. You know, far less in the chat than Wes and I have had in the past. And it didn't matter. What mattered was the quality of the people that were in that chat, the names that we saw come up that mean something to us. I remember when that person first started following me. I remember joking with that person. I remember when I first started DMing with that person because they were a fan and they just wanted to talk. I remember meeting another human being that got positivity from me and got inspiration from me. And I also from them because of their support. Astonished that people give a shit what I have to say. That means a lot to each and every one of us. So there's independent creators out there like Vinny, Red, Chris. You have no idea how much it means to how it keeps them going. They have moments of doubt and darkness. They have moments where they're like, shit, the pressure's too much. There's too many people on me. I've got too much stuff going on in my life. As maybe I'm not as good as I think. You know, them haters are like worms trying to get into your head. But they persevere and they keep going because of people like you, because of people that support them and share links out to their projects and what they're doing. Everyone here is connected to one another, and everyone has been a positive force to each other. Even the times when we've had to criticize each other, every fight, every stroke against each other's ego, the right for us to speak our mind and be independent in our thought. All of us have meant something to one another. And it really means a lot to me that you guys are still here. Each and every person in this chat, hail to you. It will never matter if I never hit 50 fucking viewers again. Each and every one of you, the quality to my life that you bring means as much as 100 subs. Thank you so very much for being here. My appreciation to you. Please remember, I kind of find my brand. Please remember to be good to each other. Yeah, suffer no fools. That includes yourself. Don't fool yourself. Fuck them liars. Them liars will burn themselves. You stay with truth. And the truth is, you are a blazing point of light. The only person that can defeat you is you. So keep rocking, keep supporting. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep working on yourself and shine like a motherfucking star.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America,